Something serious is afoot behind the scenes at the Buffalo Bills, and it's not just rumors. Quiet decisions are being made, big-name negotiations are taking place, and the atmosphere at One Bills Drive is one of tension and strategy. What's about to happen could change the course of the season and redefine everything fans expect for 2025. It's June, and the Buffalo Bills offseason is still busy. The madness of March's free agency is over, the April draft is behind us, and the long-awaited 2025 season is already starting to take shape. However, amidst significant changes and high expectations, there is one thing that continues to be unclear about One Bills Drive, leaving fans anxious: the future of James Cook. The situation of James Cook is not out of the spotlight. The running back, who, in 2024, began to show his full potential, is now at the center of a contract drama that does not seem to have an end. Expectations are high, but the Bills have not yet reached an agreement with Cook, who initially asked for $15 million per year. Now rumors are that he could settle for $20 million, something that many find suspicious, especially given the franchise's recent history of not giving in to high salary demands. Sports Illustrated writer Connor Orr made a bold prediction. Cook will ultimately settle for a $20 million per season contract, which would keep him in Buffalo for a while longer. But will general manager Brandon Beane be willing to invest that amount of money in a running back, especially after he has already made significant changes to the roster? Cook's contract issue puts yet another obstacle in the way of the Buffalo Bills, who are looking to make the necessary adjustments to be one of the strongest teams in the NFL. But will the franchise give in and compromise its financial future to keep Cook, or will the Bills have to move on and find other alternatives for their running game? As the James Cook drama continues to overshadow the Bills' offseason, the front office is working behind the scenes to bolster a crucial area: defense. And a name that has recently surfaced could further fuel discussions in Buffalo: Cincinnati. Bengals star Trey Hendrickson. According to an analysis published by ESPN, the Bills are reportedly considering a bold proposal to bring the talented edge rusher to New York. Hendrickson, known for his explosiveness in the pass rush and constant presence in the opposing backfield, would be an immediate and impactful addition to the Bills' defensive unit, which is still adjusting to the departure of Von Miller and the uncertainty surrounding Joey Bosa's health. The scenario proposed by ESPN suggests that the Bengals would receive a 2026 second-round pick, but the reality is more complicated than it seems. Cincinnati has made it clear that it does not want to trade Hendrickson, and the mere idea of trading him for a future pick, especially a late second-round pick, may not be enough. For the Bills, the proposal may have to include more pieces. Some say that A.J. Epineza, in the final year of his contract, could be included in the package to sweeten the deal. In addition to the trade cost, there is a second problem: Hendrickson's contract. The player is seeking an extension that pays him something like $28 million per year, a figure that represents a huge challenge for the Bills, who currently have just over $1.6 million in salary cap space. Brandon Beane would have to be extremely creative to fit not only the player's contract, but also the team's future commitments in 2026 and 2027, where the financial space becomes even tighter. And, in the midst of this potential impact movement, a quiet but promising piece is starting to gain space in Buffalo's offense: Elijah Moore. Former New York Jets and Cleveland Browns player Moore was a second-round pick in 2021 and arrived at the Bills hungry for a fresh start. During OTAs, he has drawn attention not only for his talent, but also for his attitude. Tre'Davious White, a respected veteran within the franchise, made a point of publicly praising Moore, highlighting his impressive route-running ability and his ability to demand the best from defensive backs in practice. Moore seems to have finally found an offensive system where he can flourish. With Josh Allen at the helm and Joe Brady adjusting the offense, the dynamics of the Bills' passing game are beginning to take shape with new possibilities. The competition for the WR5 spot is intense, but Moore emerges as a quiet favorite, hungry to prove his worth and transform his career. For many fans, he is the type of player who could surprise and become a vital piece in the offensive rotation. If Trey Hendrickson comes, the Bills will have a defensive monster. If Elijah Moore explodes, the offense could gain new flavor. And what if the two of them come together? The 2025 season could get even more interesting and dangerous for AFC opponents. As the Buffalo Bills try to balance their payroll, negotiate contracts, and fit important pieces into the roster, one name continues to symbolize quiet leadership and defensive consistency: Matt Milano. The veteran linebacker is about to enter the most important season of his career. At 31 years old and in the final year of his contract, Milano carries on his shoulders not only the weight of age and physical wear and tear, but also the hope of achieving something that is still missing from his resume: a Super Bowl title with the franchise that has always believed in him. Milano is one of those figures who may not make headlines every day, but whose impact on the field is undeniable. Since arriving in Buffalo, he has been a constant presence presence in the team's playoff campaigns, participating in the last 7 consecutive postseason appearances. In 2022, he reached his peak, being named an All-Pro, showing a rare combination of reading the game, aggressiveness in the box, and pass coverage that placed him among the best linebackers in the NFL. But as American football itself is often cruel, the peak was followed by declines. In the last 2 seasons, serious injuries limited his performance to just 9 games, and now in 2025, he returns with the clear mission of proving that he can still lead this defense and be the silent engine of a team that dreams big. Milano's role goes far beyond statistics. He is the emotional compass of the defense. He is the player who understands Sean McDermott's system like few others, who adjusts teammates before the snap and who commands the line with a steady gaze and the confidence of someone who has seen it all. His absence in the last few games was felt not only in his performance, but in the collective posture of the Bills' defensive unit. Now, with his age advancing and his contract ending, there is a sense of urgency never seen before. Some say this will be Milano's last chapter in a Bills jersey. Others believe that, if healthy, he still has fuel left in him. But no one doubts it. If the Bills want to win the championship ring they've been dreaming of, they'll need an elite season from number 58. And all of this is happening amidst a scenario full of uncertainty. James Cook and his contract saga, the possibility of Trey Hendrickson's arrival to bolster the front 7, the rise of Elijah Moore in the offense, and a salary cap that promises to tighten even more in 2026. Buffalo is at a crossroads, and Milano represents the symbol of that. Transition, experience, leadership, sacrifice, all put to the test in one last run towards glory. The 2025 season won't be just another campaign. It will be, perhaps, the defining chapter of a generation. The clock is ticking. For Matt Milano, it's now or never. Do you believe the Buffalo Bills should do whatever it takes to keep James Cook and pursue Trey Hendrickson, even if it costs them cap space and major roster changes? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel, but later, I will come back to update you with the latest news from Buffalo Bills.